Hello, it's Scott Manley here, and today I am back playing Elite Dangerous. This is the second beta, the premium beta, which has finally added some new content to the game. The previous beta was just an extension of Alpha 4, but Beta 2 adds some new systems, and this is one of them. This is the LHS 3006, which is a star system that has had a close encounter with another star, and the only body left orbiting it is the planet Vulcan, on a highly eccentric orbit and with a ring which is essentially all that's left of its moon that was apparently, torn apart by being kicked into a low orbit and, gravitational forces and everything. Anyway, I'm flying in here. Now, if you look very carefully, you can see now that my hands are animated here. That is one step up, and you can't really tell, but I think I'm supposed to be a dude. There is apparently an option to pick pilot gender. I should probably take a look at that and make sure that I'm not actually Scott womanly. Not that that would be necessarily a problem, I just want, to be honest here. So anyway, let's get in there. Look at that, those are really dense rings. They're totally different color from the previous ring systems you'll see, and there's also a gap in there. I have to say, if there's a gap in there, that would say to me that there is another moon around here. Now, as I was saying, super cruise speeds are a whole lot faster, and also the range at which you can drop out of super cruise has been largely extended. You can drop out of super cruise at 1,000 kilometers from the target, and assuming you're less than 1,000 kilometers per second, which is going to make it a whole lot easier for a lot of people to actually arrive within the vicinity of their target. Look at that, it is stunning, I tell you. And why are we unable to safe disengage? Oh, there we go. And we've pretty much arrived in exactly the right direction. There is the space station right in front of us. The trick, incidentally, when you see a space station, to figuring out which end you're supposed to be travelling into, is the side with the docking port on it is rotating anti-clockwise. Okay, so yeah, I have a cargo of resonating separators, because this system is essentially a more lawful extraction system. It's a location where you can, basically probably find people shooting each other over cargo, but yeah, you can buy the raw materials here without having to go to the anarchic system and potentially leave yourself open to being attacked by other players. Well, actually, practically anywhere in the game you go, you can be attacked by other players, but you're especially likely if you went to the other anarchic system and therefore had a cargo. Now, trading has had a bit of rebalancing going on. There is a ton more trade items. There's obviously new systems to trade them in, and there seems to be certainly more profit per ton available. Okay, so let's request docking. Request docking. Brilliant. Okay. Proceed to landing pad 27. I love how this has really taken on a red hue, because that's the color of the star. Of course, in reality, your eyes would probably adjust very quickly and to the new white, so to speak. Okay, and I'm just going to make sure I do this right without banging into anything. Okay, now we're looking for 27, which is over this way. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to put down the landing gear. So another tweak is that when the landing gear comes down, your speed drops, so you can't travel as fast while you have landing gear deployed, or the cargo scoop for that matter. Just get this, and brilliant. There we go. So let's get to the hangar and sell some stuff. Sell some of these resonating separators. Presumably they are some sort of mining device, since the place that demands them are the two mining locations. Commodities market. Down the bottom here somewhere. Resonating separators. No description of what these things actually do, but nice thing to see here is it'll tell you what price you bought them for. It tells you that I bought them for 5,180 per item, and that I'm selling for 5,706, so I'm making about 500 credits per ton on these. That's great. That means in a Sidewinder you can in fact make a couple of thousand credits per trade run. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna leave this behind. We're not gonna buy anything just yet. I'm gonna go and take a look at the next star system, the next new star system here. So, navigation, we've got Iranin. All in is one of the new ones, but I'm gonna head over to Styx because Styx has nothing in it, so there's no point carrying any cargo that way. It is also an anarchic system. It's a place where you can go shoot other people. Who is it? Oh, that's a federal fighter kind of just stuck against the walls there. That does not appear to be particularly good AI on that account. I'm sure it is nothing to be surprised, nothing to be unexpected in a beta, let's say. Okay, and off we go, full speed ahead. I just love flying through that at top speed and then hitting the afterburners. It definitely makes the space station departure a little more exciting. After all, Starfleet regulations specify thrusters only inside space dock, but we all know that you can undock using impulse drive, right? Okay, jumping to Styx. And Styx is essentially an uninteresting system with practically nothing in it, but it has one location we will head to. 2, 1. And here we are, heading into hyperspace across the Gulf to a new system, a new location, a location which is generally ignored by most people, but perhaps I will find adventure here. I will also find a giant sun here, which will burn my ship up if I fly into it. But let's actually find a location. So we have Styx 1, 2, 3, and 4, and an unidentified signal source. That seems like a good place to go to. It's only 67 light seconds away, so some of the new systems seem a lot smaller. The planets are a lot closer in, and I'm already going way too fast, and I'm probably going to overshoot here. This seems to happen quite a lot. Come on, get rid of that speed. Okay, now I'm back into the white. So this looks like a cloudy, dusty planet compared to the others. It's like brown and cloudy, and clearly, you know, basking in the radiation of the sun. This is the first planet, therefore is probably the hottest. I haven't looked at any of the other planets because there's nothing of interest around them. I'm not sure if you can actually get encounters by flying to the planets. Oh, we got an interdiction! Interdiction detected! Not good, okay. Let's see if we can deal with these guys. I'm gonna point straight towards the target. And what have we got here? We have one target. I think I might be able to handle just one. What do you think this is? Frameshift online. Prepare for death, fool! Ha ha ha! That's... Whoa! Okay, I have an Eagle pirate to deal with in my stock Sidewinder. He has more maneuverability, more firepower, and actually he just can beat me hands down. Come on, he's down to 2% hull. Yeah, and there he spins out of control. Target is destroyed, and... What? Come on, I didn't even get a bounty or any cargo for that? What a jip! I thought at least they would, like, allow you to encounter pirates in this system on your own and get some sort of reward for them, but apparently not. Okay, well, onwards and outwards to the unknown signal source, where I will probably get my butt completely kicked. I don't know what is there, but we will find out. 1. Zap into cruise control. Unidentified signal source, 14,000 kilometers away. We can accelerate in this thing so fast it would turn our bones to jelly. Thank God for the magic, the miracle of, I don't know, gravity inertial compensation system thingy. Well, what do we have here? Multiple contacts. We have a Cobra Mark III. Probably, that's Bowman. I think you're probably carrying enough for all of us. Uh-oh. That's not a good sign. I think I need to get out of here. And this... Oh, wait a second. Release any cargo. And no, I'm under attack. Time to get out of here. not good, because I don't really think I can put enough range between me and them to really make this work. And what I can do is put all power to the engines. Thank you, charge faster. Oh great, factor of 12. So all power to the engines, and then I'm using the lateral controls to kind of shift my ship left, right, up, down, trying to more or less avoid getting hit by those lasers from behind. The drive is charging painfully slowly as my shields are starting to take damage. Unfortunately, the Cobra Mark III, when it has power diverted to its engines, is significantly faster than this Sidewinder. So if these were players, they would have run me down by now. Oh man, of course if these were players, they might be complaining that their gimbaled weapons don't work nearly as well as they used to, at which point I would be mocking them. Come on, get the drive charged! 76% health. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ah, and I'm in Super Cruise. Temperature critical, 282%. That is probably not good. Things are probably taking damage. As my heat... I don't know how to shut down my heat generation, but I'm going to slow my throttle down. Maybe that'll help. Actually, if I just drop out of this... There. Whew. So I've super cruised away. Hopefully no hostiles can pick me up while my spaceship cools down. Ah, okay, so what does the world look like from here? We have the star up there. Where's the planet? There's the Milky Way. Now, there was new talk of a new system which would be significantly out of the galactic plane, but given that everything is within about 10 light years, I don't think that's happened. Would have been nice to have, but don't worry, we'll see it in future versions, no doubt. Well, in my crippled ship, we have arrived at All-In. We've gone all-in, and I can't make that pun work. This is the one with the new space station. This has the Orbis Station in it. It also has a planet which has clouds, although I think the cloud systems have some procedural generation problems. I think like a seed is being regenerated at each level of detail change, because the transition between different levels of detail is not anything that I would expect to have happen. But never mind, we are practically here. Get ready to drop out of Super Cruise. There we go. I like it how I escaped with 15% hull. Not a good sign. But it is a free ship. And look! This is one of the... This is the jewel in the crown, let's say, of the new universe, so to speak. This is the Orbis Station. You see that it has 2 habitation rings in this case. They both spin at the same angular velocity, so one of them has higher gravity than the other. Down towards the end you've got storage and you've got all sorts of other things. I'm just going to totally fly around this station and attempt not to get myself killed by smashing into it, which is not guaranteed to work, to be honest. It looks like you can actually see... It looks like that's a greenhouse kind of on that ring. It looks like there's like a glass ceiling, so you can look down into that main ring and see the people doing their stuff. You know, living, having fun, playing in the grass. Yeah, look, this is going to be fun for flying through the structure. It's a rotating object. It's a rotating object about, 5 kilometers long, I guess, based upon the fact that that's the distance estimate I'm getting. Okay, do you think I can fly through this set of spokes here? Supposedly, the small ring is lower gravity and is therefore the place that the old folks are going to hang out, because they like the lower gravity. Okay, I'm going to go straight through here and boost. Look at that. Brilliant. Oh, this is so cool. No fire zone entered. Let's actually pull up and take a look over this way. Look at that. This is pretty sweet. I'm going to roll my ship over so I can actually see down here. There is the there's all the people living and working down there. That is so cool. Okay, I'm going to throttle back to nothing, and I'm going to ask the station for our docking rights. All in Enterprise. We are wanting to go all in. Oh no, I just can't make that joke any more times. Yes, okay. Whew. Just get myself lined up. Look at this beautiful station. This really is top notch. I mean, people have been talking about the ships and saying, oh, they all look like cheese wedges, and we're all like, well, of course, that's the lineage. They're reflecting the game's inheritance or whatever, right? Well, the station, of course, it looked like a cube with corners that were chopped off, because that's what the station originally looked like, right? Well, this one is a completely new design, or there may be something like it in Frontier, but I've obviously never seen it at this level of detail. And now landing gear is down. You notice we now have an indicator on the right side underneath my heat signature. You'll have an indicator of my landing gear and my cargo scoop status, so I can check them without having to look left and right, which is it's quite an advantage over the previous release. We still haven't got our docking, like, aperture AI UI. Okay, there we go. So we've seen the new station, we've seen the new star system. Oh, look at that! Sorry, getting distracted. We've seen the new stations, we've seen the new stuff. Let's see the new spaceship. The new spaceship is the Hauler. The Hauler is kind of just like a pickup truck or a Ford Transit, depending upon which part of the world you're coming from. It's a cheap vehicle for carrying cargo. It doesn't have really the weapons that the Sidewinder carries or the agility, but it's cheap. So where are we going? Shipyard. I can buy a hauler for 52,000. Buy hauler, yes. And there we have it. This is my new hauler, and immediately it looks like a truck cab, I think. Nice flat surfaces. Oh, look at air vents. This is a Zorgon Petersons ship. You've seen their advertising everywhere. Well, this is the first ship from that company that you can actually fly. It has 16 tons of cargo space. It has room to fit one gun. And going to the exterior shot from the equipment bay, it does look a little it is very triangular, like many of the ships. Obviously, again, its lineage is showing. It has a single hardpoint underneath, Class 2 hardpoint, that lets you, well, mount a single weapon, but you're not going to be using that because you're going to be traveling with cargo instead. Looks pretty nice, to be honest. It actually looks like it could be atmospheric capable with those like stubby wings and control surfaces. Atmospheric flight, of course, is one of those things in the distant future. Okay, we've loaded it up with a bunch of trade goods, and it's time to head over to Erenin to try and sell it. Let's listen.
Ship released. Engines engaged.
Ooh, that's another engine sound. That sounds pretty interesting. I'm sorry, I'm holding my breath listening to this audio here. Ooh, God, that feels good. Just bringing up the weapon sights because I have no idea where the front... Oh, look, here's somebody coming in! You see, that person is really going fast. I'm wondering if they're missing their windshield or something. And we made it through the docking bay, no problem. Okay. Full power now. Okay, so this thing does actually... We do actually know where we're going. We're going off to Erenin, which is of course the agricultural system. This place being like a pharmaceutical company or a pharmaceutical and whatever, sells all sorts of fascinating things and useful things that are no doubt desirable. Look at the green accent lighting. I like that. The blue, the green, the red. It's all very colourful, isn't it? It's almost like it was derived from a game on an 8-bit micro. Ooh, do you hear that? It sounds like the engine is kind of talking to you when it changes speed. Okay, we have reached Azaban City once again. We're looking for the side that is rotating anti-clockwise, and that just happens to be the one that is down on this side. Easy for me to get to. So the boosters, the afterburners, seem to sound the same on all of these spacecraft, but it's really when you start to use the lateral thrusters that you hear the main drive kick in. It's cool. It's got this weird kind of whispering and chattering sound to it. Or it's more like a... Oh, do you hear that? It like it talks to you or something. I swear, this ship sounds like it's possessed. People are going to be hearing voices in this. It's probably sending subliminal messages reminding people to buy, I don't know, more stuff. I'm sorry, it kind of makes me really giggle here. Yeah, they're probably, you know, sending people subliminal messages telling them to make sure they buy all the expansions and stuff. Okay, so... Oh god, this engine sounds weird. It literally sounds that we've, like, bound a demon or something to push the spacecraft around. This literally would drive somebody nuts hearing voices. I like it. I really like it. It is just stunning. Okay, I mean, to be honest, you know, Elite gets a lot of compliments for its sound, and a large part of that is that we never really had good sound in spaceship games because nobody really cared about it, but Elite has set such a standard now that everybody has to live up to this standard or people will comment about it. Okay, where we are. Landing gear, retracted. I did a really stupid thing. I did not have enough money to pay off the insurance here if I had crashed. But looks like we're going to get in just fine. But yeah, I think we're here. I hope you enjoyed this quick look at Premium Beta 4. Once again, the game is taking a step forward in the right direction. And I will be playing it, no doubt, over the coming days. But until then, I'm Scott Manley. Fly safe.